Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's video is about a book, a literary theory book review. So here is this book's a handbook of literary and cultural theory. So literary and cultural theory is very important for our UGC NET and SET papers, your state college exams. Okay, so how do you get in this books the literary different kinds of literary theory, just like this book is a Pramod K. Nair. Okay, so you can purchase it for your benefit as a literary student. So here you can get structuralism and example, for example, structuralist poet like Edgar Allan Poe's Annabel Lee poetry. The key theme is love and morality. And another example of Facing the Music cartoon in Punch, Punch, science and culture, refiguring science and culture. And in the next Saki is the open windows. Key theme is storytelling and sociality, etc. Okay, and next you can get deconstruction, Robert Browning's My Last Touches. So Last Touches is showing you how Queen is very, Queen doesn't have any rights. It's just like patriarchy, is just husband's doll. So you can see the themes, and you must be read this poetry as a honors candidate. You can get this poem maybe. The key theme is art and identity. And next is William Wordsworth's The Solitary Reaper. The key theme is nature, culture, memory and repetition. I want to add more information about William Wordsworth. So Wordsworth is famous for nature's poetry, and the main key theme is Wordsworth's poetry is transcendental philosophy. Wordsworth is very much impressed for Longius. You may be familiar with the classical writer or literary theorist is Longius. Okay, so Longius' book Sublime. So Wordsworth is very impressed through these books, and Wordsworth's each and every poetry is based on the theme. It is not like a theme. The philosophy background of the philosophy is transcendental. Nature can evolve like God like capabilities. So the theme is transcendentalism themes. It's the main theme of Wordsworth's poetry. You keep in head. Okay, and next is Marxism. So Marxism, it's a very important. If you have a sociology student or literary student, Marxism is very important. And economy for economic students, any kind of, any subjective students, it's very important, Marxist theory. And so you can when you read Charles Dickens' novel, you see the theme of industrialization, London, Paris, England, city life, how industrialization is affect our culture and tradition, how minds is change in it is just like economically and traditionally, culturally changes is there. So example like Charles Dickens' Oliver Twist, you must read Charles Dickens novels. And next the Charity, Parkins, Clemens, Christian virtues. The main theme is class identity and cultural values. 19th century And the next you can get new historicisms. So a new historicism is theory like we once again you um, must keep in your head, must be remembered the history. As a literary critic or as a literary theorist, you must remember about the history. So new historicism is example like Joseph Conrad's Heart of the Darkness. So Heart of Darkness, you maybe listen this word is horror, and horror is the main one of the Quoto is Heart of the Darkness is Quoto. So horror is the existentialism kind of crisis, and how man's mind and soul become evolved in this dark continent, which is cards really become so, gods become so dark, and he killed each and every African continent's peoples, and they use for his benefit. It's very historical kind of colonized story novel. You read about these novels and the theme and keywords. Okay. Sorry. From Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island. Next, from Henry Martin Stanley in Darkest Africa, from King Leopold's II of Belgium's letter to the colonial missionaries. So here is the examples. The key theme is maps, masculinity, colonial exploitation. Next is feminism or gender studies. It is another literary theory. I think all of the members in my video, you keep in touch this word feminism, and you keep in head this word feminism is a rights about women and equality of women. It is kind of discrimination about women. So those kinds of judgmental arguments is feminism. So feminism example like or feminism and gender studies, the full word. Okay, and the example is from Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. So it's very, very important novel, Pride and Prejudice. Everyone should read this novel. It's very, very important as an industrialization, how evolved culture and mind of people. Darcy and the story of Darcy and Elizabeth. Okay, and next is my favorite novel, Jane Eyre, from Charlotte Bronte. So key theme is gender as the sum of socially demanded and sensation qualities. And Emily Dickinson's Wild and Wild Nights. So and etc. You must be familiar with the literary theory, feminism and gender studies. It is important for as a English student or NET candidate or SET candidates. Psychoanalytical criticism. It's basically the analysis your psyche or mind and soul, kind of that things. Okay. For example, Anne Sexton and One for My Dame, Sylvia Plath's Study, from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Okay, Frankenstein's key theme is recognizance and identity. So identity crisis is one of the major theme is Frankenstein. So post-colonialism, after colonialism we can get post-colonialism is a very political crisis we have seen in this literary theory or the stories. Rudyard Kipling's, for example, Rudyard Kipling's Scheme, William Shakespeare, The Tempest. Derek Walcott's A Far Cry from Africa. Kamala Das, an introduction. The main theme is language, mimicry, and agency. Those things is about post-colonialism. Okay. And next is ecotourism. It is a new things. It's environment, ecology, culture. Okay, kind of those things are discussing in these chapters. For example, William Wordsworth's Nothing. The main thing is nature and humanity evolve woven to each other. Okay. Andrew Marvell's The Gardens, the key themes in nature versus culture. Right now, this the stories, poetry, and etc. Essay, it can be essay, anything. So ecotourism is best for our exams. Next, as a new theory, it is in cultural theory. Okay, cultural theory is right now very, very important. Kazuo Ishiguro, Never Let Me Go is a Japanese writer, and is a human evolution, post-humanism, and species cosmopolitanism is a theme. Okay, and lots of cultural theories. If you want to read cultural theories, you can check the subjective matter of sociology. You can thoroughly read the cultural theory in sociology. Okay, and I want to try in another video about cultural theory, cultural politics, and those writers, those socialists. Okay, so for right now, you can check these books and read very well for your exam, and you should keep in touch in my video and enjoy my video. Thank you so much for today.